got over the total as well. Give me the New York Knicks +9 after buying the hook in the over 221.5 in that matchup there. All right, folks, let's go ahead and slide into some college basketball. And we're going to go ahead and we got to move through a bunch of these games, ton of Saturday games. But let's take a look at Sunday's action. I'm just going to scroll here on the app. Still scrolling. And we are finally at Sunday's action. And we're going to start off with Villanova at Xavier. 1:30 tip-off at the Musketeers. Villanova opened the betting as the 4.5-point favorite. Total open at 137. And since that one opened up, we're seeing steady and consistent money on Villanova. We're also seeing money toward the over as well. Right now it's 137.5. Spreads at 5.5. Once again, the Wildcats open -4.5 up to -5.5. Total open 137 up to 137 and a hook. Now Xavier's 3-0 against the spread in their last trio of ball games. They rank 45th in the nation in defensive rebounding. Meanwhile, Villanova on their side of things dropped 3 out of their last 4 straight up. They're also 0-2 against the number in their last couple of ball games. Villanova's 188th in the country in road offensive rebounding. They also rank 131st in field goal percentage, shooting just 44% from the field. Now, total-wise, Villanova's 2-1 to the over in their last 3, 7-6 to the over in their games away from home. Xavier's 9-7 to the over on their home court. Give me Xavier +6 after buying the 0.5 point in the over 137.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Michigan State at Michigan, 3:45 tip-off at the Wolverines. Michigan opened 3.5, total open 131. Since that one opened up, we're seeing a steady fade of Michigan State when it comes to the spread. We're also seeing movement upward on the total as well. That moved up to 131.5, spread 4.5. So once again, Michigan open 3.5 up to -4.5. Total open 131 up to 131 and a hook. The Michigan Wolverines rank 3rd in the country in home points allowed. They're allowing just 55 points per contest on their home court. Absolutely impressive. They also rank 17th in defensive field goal percentage. Their opponents are shooting just 39% from the field against them. Michigan's 24-3 straight up overall and a perfect 16-0 straight up on their home court. They're 6-2 against the number in their last 8 ball games. Now, Sparty on the other side, just 3-4 against the number in their last 7. They rank 72nd in road points allowed. They're allowing 70.5 points per contest. Now, when it comes to the total, Michigan State is scoring 80 points per ball game, so they have had success putting points up on the board. Meanwhile, Michigan Wolverines are 8-2 to the over in their last 10, taking on Sparty if you're into historical trends. So with all that in mind, I'm going to purchase the 0.5 point, slide it down, and take the Michigan Wolverines -4 in the over 131.5 in that matchup there. All right, next and final game for the college slate. It is going to be Wake Forest at NC State, 6 o'clock tip-off at the Wolfpack. NC State opens 17.5, total open 150 and a hook. And since that one opened up, we're seeing steady money on Wake Forest in the early going here. We're also seeing movement upward on the total as well. That line moved up to 151. Spread moved down to 16.5. Once again, NC State opened 17.5, down to -16.5. Total open 150 and a hook, up to 151 even. Now, the Wolfpack ranked 22nd in offensive scoring. They're averaging 82 points per contest in that category there. They also rank 35th in offensive rebounding. NC State has successfully covered the number in 3 out of their last 4. They're also very good on their home court, 14-3 straight up at home this year. Meanwhile, on the Wake Forest side of things, they failed to cover in 6 out of their last 8. They rank 223rd in road scoring, averaging just 64 points per contest in that category there. The Demon Deacons are also ranking 253rd in road offensive field goal percentage. They're shooting just 37% from the field when traveling. And if that isn't all enough, they rank 233rd in the country in road defensive field goal percentage. Their opponents are shooting nearly 50% from the field, actually 49% from the field to be exact there. Now, total-wise, Wake Forest 5-3 to the under in their last 8. NC State 11-6 to the under in their games at home. Give me NC State -16 after buying the 0.5 point in the under 151 in that matchup there. All right, next and final sport. It is going to be hockey, NHL hockey. We're going to start off with the early game. I'm talking about Rangers at the Capitals. 12:30 puck drop in Washington. Washington opened as the $2 favorite. They're now minus 205. Totals at 6. So once again, Washington opened $2 up to minus 205. Totals at 6. Rangers are plus 155 on the money line. Washington plus 135 on the puck line. Georgiev is projected in net for the Rangers. Once again, Georgiev is projected in net for the Rangers. Copley projected in net for Washington. The Capitals are 3-1 straight up in their last 4. 13-7 straight up, taking on teams under 450. Washington ranks 7th in home scoring, averaging 3.4 goals per contest. The Caps are 25-13 straight up, taking on teams allowing more than 2.9 goals per contest. Now, the Rangers are winning just 14% of their games in the second of a back-to-back. They're also winning just 37% of their games away from home. Total-wise, New York 6-1 to the over in their second of a back-to-back. 14-7-1 to the over on the road when the line was 6 or higher. Washington 63% to the over, taking on teams under 450. Give me the Capitals minus 1.5, getting the job done on the puck line in the over. 6 goals in that matchup there. Next game, Flames, Senators, 7 o'clock puck drop in Ottawa. Calgary open 215 up to minus 235. Totals at 6. Ottawa's plus 215 on the money line. Calgary plus 120 on the puck line. Riddick projected in net for the Flames. Anderson projected in net for the Sens. Calgary's 4-0 straight up in their last 4, 16-7 straight up, taking on teams under 450. The Flames rank 2nd in offensive scoring in the NHL, averaging 3.7 goals per game in that category there. They also rank 3rd in road goals allowed at just 2.6 per game. Calgary is 28-13 as the favorite. They're also 24-14 straight up, taking on teams allowing more than 2.9 goals per contest. Now, Ottawa, on the other side, completely different story. They're winning just 33% of their games when catching the plus money. They're also winning just 38% of their games, taking on teams allowing more than 2.9 goals per contest. Ottawa's dropped 5 out of their last 6 straight up. They also rank 30th in goals allowed at 3.7 goals per contest in that category there. Now, total-wise, Ottawa's 22-11-3 to the over when Anderson makes a start. Calgary, 64% to the over when the line was 6 or higher. Give me the Flames minus 1.5 and the over 6 goals in that matchup there. Next and final game for the show, it is going to be St. Louis at Minnesota, 7 o'clock puck drop at Minnesota. The Blues are minus 110, totals 5.5. Allen projected in net for the Blues. Dubnyk projected in net for the Wild. St. Louis is 11-1 straight up in their last 12. Their win percentage is .619 as the official road underdog. St. Louis ranks 1st in road goals allowed at just 2.3 a game. They're also 20-10 against the spread away from home. And of course, when we're talking about hockey, whenever I refer to the spread, I'm actually referring to the puck line. So 20-10 in their last 30 puck line plays away from home. Now, Minnesota's 3-7 straight up in their last 10. They rank 28th in home scoring at 2.8 goals per contest. Total-wise, Minnesota just 23% to the over at home when the line was 5.5. St. Louis 28% to the over, taking on teams averaging 2.6 to 2.9 goals per contest. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean St. Louis Blues minus 110 in the under 5.5 goals in that matchup there. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Hopefully you really enjoyed that show there. Before I head out, I just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. With a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017. Going 2 years back, had an incredible year. We're having a pretty good year now. A little bit of a bad stretch 2 weeks ago, but pretty good stretch right now. I would have to honestly say, I think you're costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed to that website. Memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well, including my current record in many different categories. So please feel free to hit that pause button or finish the video and open up your browser, type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a couple of seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. And most importantly, thank you for watching today's program. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.